Biddy is an internet comedian, and dude seemed like he had a good head on his shoulders as far as what he wanted to do with his life is being a comedian and spreading jokes. Now, internet comedians is a new thing, man. But man, these dudes have been becoming very successful. And it seemed like he was on his grind. He had a little bit of reach within Philly, and his social media presence wasn't really big, but it was building, man. And you could see his comments were usually pretty lit, man. Everybody is in his comments talking a whole bunch of stuff, usually bigging him up because of his funny skits. His skits are hilarious, to be honest with you. But dude, man, sad to say, man, he lost his life. Now, he lost his life on Christmas Eve, allegedly, and a lot of people are saying it's due to a video that he had put out recently. Now, Wooxbiddy had took to social media, and he was obviously, if you could tell by some of his other skits, he was obviously a fan of drill rap. Like, he had pictures on his profile of Duck, and he had pictures on his profile of none other than King Von. He was obviously likes the drill scene, and he probably took it a little too far with a joke. Now, the joke that he released was, man, on Christmas Eve, man, he basically took to social media and was complaining about the fact that nobody hit him up. And then he went on a rant like he was from O Block. So he said some very disrespectful things about Tuka, and he said some very disrespectful things about Duck. Now, do I believe that he believed any of this? No. Because if you look at his profile, it was obvious he was a fan of drill, and he was just saying this stuff just to be saying it for shock value or whatever, or as a joke. And man, it was in poor taste, to be honest with you. It was in very poor taste. And I'm pretty sure, man, folks wish that he could have took it back because, man, later on that same day, man, Wooxbiddy ended up losing his life. He was actually gunned down on live. Now, let's look at the clip that everybody's relating to the shooting.
Nobody called me. Nobody hit me up. It's 63rd. Tuka, Duck, all them. You already know. Full block. You know, long little grandson, V-Roy and T-Roy.
And you can hear right there, he made some very disparaging remarks about Tuka and some very disparaging remarks about none other than FBG Duck. And man, a lot of people are saying, where did this come from? And why did he say this? And I'm looking at it and I see it's a joke, man. When it comes to comedians, especially even internet comedians, I give them some artistic liberty that I might not even give a rap artist. Because at the end of the day, they're comedians. They're trying to make you laugh and be funny. It shouldn't be taken that serious and just as surface level type of jokes. But was the joke in poor taste? Yes, it was. And man, they're saying that this contributed to the fact of somebody shooting him that very same day that this video was made, man. Sad situation, like I said before. And, you know, it's crazy that, you know, something as simple as a joke could lead to a shooting. But man, there's other people online who are saying that this had nothing to do with the fact that he made that video, that his alleged shooting had to do with something that he was into in the streets of Philly as well. Now, there's official news report that came out, but it doesn't name any names, but they're connecting this news report to the situation. Let me go over it right here. So about 14 hours ago yesterday, the CBS News in Philly, they dropped this report, and it said basically this. It said Philadelphia police are investigating a deadly shooting in Overbrook section of the city Thursday afternoon. Eyewitness news on the 1800 block of Winewood Road where the shooting took place. Police say a 20-year-old man was shot several times around 11:30 a.m. He was taken to Lacknew Medical Center where he would later succumb to his injuries. No arrests have been made at this time. Now, everybody's saying this is Wooxbiddy, man, that they just left his name out because he's a 20-year-old man, allegedly, and this happened around the same time that, you know, his shooting took place yesterday. And this is crazy, man, to think somebody so young, man, 20 years old, he's not even old enough to drink, and he's already, you know, set on his way trying to be a comedian, working on his craft and